Okay, let's slow down for a moment and let me finish my sentence properly without the time ticking on this video. Sorry that I always have to put so many videos up in these 15-minute increments. A little bit, of a pain on my end. I hope that it works okay for you guys. At least it gives you a break from me talking so fast sometimes, and you can work on the details as we go. All right, so what I was saying was through walls and butt walls. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take this line, so to say, and we're going to bring it up. This line should already be brought up. I apologize for my writing on this. And then down here as well too is going to go straight down. These should totally be connected. Over here, this is going to go straight down. You can even do this on your plan. It's good practice. This line's going to come down. So like I want they're all going to go through from edge to edge, right? They're all going to go through from edge to edge. Oh, bring that up a little bit higher. That's going straight up through. All right, so what that means is when we do north, we're only going to do from this line to this line, this line to this line, because we've already gotten this. We don't want to double up on our corners, on our footings, on our walls, because then it just adds too much waste. I'm already adding a little bit of waste on some of the numbers that I'm giving you, because we're going to have our footing a little bit larger than what it probably will be, right, out in this site. So I'm doing things already to add my buffer of material and my numbers to get my cubic yards. We're trying to get cubic yards. We order concrete in cubic yards. And that's so we're gonna create a cubic square foot count, and then we're gonna convert. And how you convert to cubic yards, please write this down, is you're going to divide by 27. 27 is your magic number. And we're going to get our cubic square feet, divide by 27, and we're going to get our cubic yards. The other thing that we're going to do is, for myself, I convert any of my inches into decimal. So if I know that this is a 10-inch wall, let me see how bad I can write on this. 10-inch wall, that is going to equal 0.833333. So we're going to round up. I'm always going to use two numbers. So I have 0.84 is my decimal. So if I had 25 feet, 10 inches, I'd be putting it in my calculator as 25.84. Or maybe you have an not architectural, you have there's construction calculators out there that you can purchase, and you could put in the feet and inches to make this a little bit easier if you become an estimator. So again, convert over to the decimal for this exercise if you don't have that calculator. We know that our footing because I'm telling you the footing, and in the worksheet it tells us on the front, on the first line, footing wall, foundation wall footing size 2 feet by 1 foot using decimals. So what I'm saying is from this line to this line is 2 feet. And again, you almost have to imagine that this wall is not there. So what we're doing is the footings underneath. Let me see if I can draw you a quick cross section here. This is way, there we go, that goes there, and then you have that little key right there. So what we're doing is this line and this line. We're figuring out what the cubic square feet is going to be for the footing all the way around the perimeter of this. We're going to start with our west walls. So this is going to be the first wall that I'm going to start with. Is there anything else I want to tell you? Through walls, butt walls, decimals. We're doing our footing. Yeah, let's go. So we have 25 feet here. And that tells me this extension line to this extension line is 25 feet wall, but I'm doing the footing. So if we know, okay, so if we know that this is 10 inches, our wall, what do we have remaining left over? So this is 2 feet right here, right? This is 10 inches right here. 10 inches. So we're gonna, I want to know what's left over on edge to edge, because why? 25 feet. I still need to add this edge of the footing and I need to add this edge of the footing. So I need to add this and this. So if we break that down to 24 inches minus 10, that leaves us 14 inches left over. Divide by 2, so we have 7 and 7 on either side, right? 7 and 7 on either side, or 1 foot 2 is left over when we deduct that 10 inches. So we can look at that like, okay, we know we have 7 inches here and we know we have 7 inches here. So we have to add 1 foot 2 inches to 25. So what do you have? You have 26.17, because what we do is we take that 2 inches and we convert it into a decimal format. So we take 26.17 feet times the width of the footing, which is 2 feet, times the height, which is 1 foot. And that equals, I'm going to get rid of this in a minute, 52.34. Okay, so that's the first number. There was something else that I wanted to say before I started this. Make sure you have a notebook. Write this down and write it down, west footings. Okay, west footings. And we're going to go wall by wall. Now, once I'm done with a wall, let me get rid of this. Where's my eraser? Let me get rid of this one here. What I was going to say is, once I'm done with a wall or footing, I keep saying wall, but please know that we're doing footing, okay? Is I could highlight it, right? I could highlight it so I know, check, done. So now I'm going to do this wall as well too. Well, guess what? It's the same thing. I have to get this footing down here. I have to get this footing up here, right? It's the same exact dimension, that 25 plus 1 foot 2. So it's that 26.17. So actually we just did this wall as well. So let's highlight that or get rid of that. Write it down. So yes, you're doubling up 26. And when I write it down, let me jump to a picture real quick for you. Oh, no, it doesn't like that. Sorry. I don't know why it won't open for me that way. Where's our, hang on one second. This is what I'm talking about when I'm saying write it down. So I usually put west footing, east footing, south, north, whatever I'm doing, right? I continue that on. This is on your notebook. And then I write wall 1. And I actually write out the dimensions. So 26.17 times 2 times 1. That's what we just went over here. Is that 52.34. There's the second wall. Same exact thing. 2, wall 2. Third wall we're going to do is the bigger one. And then you can see I have 5 walls in total on west. So I just wanted to give you a visual. This is how you should be writing it down in your notebook. And then I come up with a total at the end, and I do this at the very end, and then I circle it so I know that's the total cubic square feet. Oh, and actually this number's wrong. Don't copy this number down, because I actually added this 26.7 because I was doing that initial calculation with my other class that I just did with you guys. So don't copy this number on the west. It's not correct. We'll do the correct one. Okay, so now we're going to do the larger wall. And that is the wall right here next to the staircase. I'm not going to highlight it right this second. Let me get out of there. But what we're going to do is we're going to add up all these dimensions and just watch your extension lines. This is some blueprint reading stuff too, right? You're taking your 4, your 25, and your 7. Excuse me. Okay, so we add up all of these dimensions, and then again, we have a footing on this side and we have a footing on that side, which is that 1 foot 2. So we have to add 1 foot 2 to our overall number, and we end up getting 37.17. 37, well, geez, no, that's terrible. Let me erase, come on. Okay. 37.17. Jeepers, my computer is not working well. Hopefully this video is going okay. 37.17 times 2 times 1 equals 74.34. All right, you see why I did the 2 and the 1, right? 2's the width, 1. We're trying to get the cubic square feet of our footings. Then I would highlight that wall. Oh, I will not because my computer is not working very well for me right now. I apologize. Yeah, highlight the wall. Highlight the wall, please. No, it doesn't want to do it for me. Okay, fine. Highlight your wall. The next wall that I did, number 4, was down here. And we have to do a little bit of calculations here if you don't have this printed to scale. But we can see that I have from this corner to this corner is that 3'4". Okay, 3'4", and then I have another 6 feet here to the wall. So I do have to add 10 inches. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, plus the footings on either side. So this wall scales out, excuse me, this footing scales out to 11.5, 11 feet 6 inches. I'm converting over to get 0.5. So it's 11.5 times 2 times 1 equals 23 cubic square feet. Yes, this wall is the same, but we're going to put that one on the east calculations. And then one last wall that I want to add to this is this back wall. I keep saying wall, I apologize. Footing, right? Footing, footing, footing. This is a footing underneath here, underneath the wall. So from this corner to this corner, you can see I have a dimension right here. It says 11 feet. And then you can kind of see here, if you look very closely, it says 1 foot. So this is 12 feet to here. I have to add that 7 inches here, right? 7 inches there. So that's 12 foot, 7 inches. But I have to go beyond this because the wall actually, this corner, there's a footing that extends. See how it extends over here? It's not showing it here. I apologize. If I could write, my computer would do what I want it to do. Oh, it did. Okay, it did. So this ends up coming all the way over straight, not crooked like mine, but this comes over here. So we actually have to add from our 12.7, we have to add 10 inches and another 7 inches. Okay, so that's 14, 10, 24, so that's 12, 24. So we're adding those together and we're getting 12, 13, 14 feet. I'm gonna check that calculation real quick. Okay, so it's 14 feet even because I added the 10-inch foundation wall to this side because you can see this is just going to extend over. So I had to add that wall and I had to add the 7-inch for the footing on either side because that's what it's showing me over here. So that's 14 feet. 14 times 2 times 1 equals 28 cubic square feet. Also make sure you're writing that abbreviation, right? CSF. When you get your final number, CSF, okay? Cubic square feet. So that way you know what you're doing. And then you can go ahead, highlight your wall that it doesn't want to do for me on this program. That's fine, whatever. So there you have your 5 different west walls that we just went over. And the next video will be some of the other ones. Thank you, and make sure you're taking good notes.